Hi, welcome to Bookwood. I'm glad you chose to spend some time with me. If you haven't met before, my name is Mashou and I create bookish and journal-related content over here on YouTube. Welcome in my TBRathon vlog. Each month I participate in Leandra's map of stories year-long readathon. All information will be in the description box down below because you can still join this readathon. And each month we read for a specific genre and we try to fulfill 2 prompts plus the recommended on a BookTube prompt. This month, this vlog will be a little bit different since this weekend that's my husband and I, are going to Paris to see one of our friends. This is a friend that we met online in Final Fantasy XIV. If you want to have some idea about the gaming world, you can always have a look at my vlog about the book Looking for Group by Alexis Hall. And we are going over there to meet up with him. It's not the first time. We did this in December also because our friend Zecht also is a violinist and he plays in the Rainbow Symphonic Orchestra, which is a queer orchestra, and they have a show this weekend. So we travel to Paris, watch the show, meet up with Zecht, and the next day we come back home. And so to fulfill the prompts, I had 2 extra challenges. First of all, the book had to be an audiobook so that my husband and I can listen to it on our way because I will not have that much time to read. And second, the book had to have a French translation because my husband doesn't speak English. And I ended up picking the book A Sea of Rust. This is a book in which we are going to follow, and I think she's called Brindle, a care robot that is wandering some wastelands called the Sea of Rust. She's there because 30 years ago the robots had an uproar against humans. This led to a war and almost all humans were destroyed in it. And then in the aftermath, like the 15 years after, all humans got wiped out. So there are no humans anymore, and it is on this wasteland that robots go to die or to shut down when their parts are getting damaged because they do not produce any spare parts. So if something breaks down, they are done and they go there, and then other robots scavenge this area to get these pieces that are still working for themselves or to sell so that robots can be repaired. And if I understood well, we are following her there along. She will get taken into grip by some kind of robots that try to make like one big consciousness, like maybe a godlike one, and she is trying to escape from that. And we will also learn what happened, if I understood well, through flashbacks, because she tends, and even if she doesn't have real feelings, tends to have thoughts and ideas about what happened so long ago. So I hope my husband and I will be enjoying this book to listen to. He is a huge sci-fi fan. He's a huge AI and robot enthusiastic, which I am not. So I'm a little bit afraid, but I think I found a book that could suit both of us. And it has a little extra thing. It's that when I looked up books, because I do not have this type of books on my TBR, I also read in an article that the science that is presented in it was quite accurate for the period it was written, and I think that was 2017, so by head. So I'm curious to dive into, but before we leave, I need to pack our suitcase. We also always do something special for these meetups, and as my character and Zecht's character are cats in the game, I decided that I will be going as a black cat. So I will take on a black pants and then a black top, and I have these extremely cute cat ears to wear as well. I bought them specially for this occasion, and I am really excited to transform myself in a black and white cat for one evening. I also have a necklace to wear with that. And we are not sure about the weather, so I will be using a white scarf that I received long ago from people that were dear to my heart, that is handmade, and I can use it as a like a sweater to keep warm if it is getting cold, because of course after the concert we are going out to have some drinks. I also have very cute cat socks, if I can show. So I will need to find one that looks fine with my outfit. Julia brought me the scarf. This is it. I'll also pack my current physical read and my Kindle, because you never know. I'll also wear this bracelet with opal stone that my husband gifted me for Mother's Day. And these cute black and white cat rings. I'll also take these earrings. I used to have little holes, but they are closed up, so I need to wear these clip-ons, but I found those that are really cute. Done? Typically artists get flowers after their performance, but we decided to bring along something that is very Belgium, some beer for our friend.
C'est celui-là, hein?
Oui, une mer de ruine.
Bienvenue chez Audible. Nous vous souhaitons une bonne écoute. Ils espèrent trouver celle dont ils ont besoin à l'état neuf. Par quel miracle? Mystère. Ils errent de sous-sol en sous-sol. Les circuits défaillants. Les composants usés. Les mécanismes émoussés. Défectueux. Il faut être vraiment désespéré pour opérer dans l'océan de bruit. Cela veut dire que vous n'avez rien. Aucune aide extérieure. Et que vous n'êtes plus utile.
I hope that you enjoyed seeing images of our weekend trip to Paris. I initially intended to come and update you about our listening to Sea of Rust when we arrived. And then once again when we got back, and then maybe got some b-roll of what my husband and I did whilst listening to the rest of the book. But it didn't turn out like that. It is a format of vlogging that most of the time doesn't really work out for me. It has been doing great, I want to say, for the TBRathon vlogs, but whilst being away, that wasn't the case. When we arrived, we were quite tired, and we arrived a little bit later than we hoped, so we had to prepare for the evening. And then the next day, I could have done that, but I was so much in pain that we just got breakfast and went back home, and I went straight back to laying down and resting. So then I said, well, I will do this on Monday, and then I had other things to prepare for you on Monday, because unexpectedly my husband was home and we worked on something completely different that you will hear about soon enough. And then my husband got switched queries where he couldn't finish the book and where he's going to leave very early and come home very late. So he decided that I should continue by myself if I wanted to bring this vlog to you on the day that I intended to upload it. And yeah, here I am talking about the rest of the book. When we arrived in Paris, we had a little bit more than 4 hours of audiobook behind us, and we both thought the same thing. The first remark we made was that we had some difficulty imagining the different robots in the story, or even the environment. I feel, now that I have the whole book listened to, that this is not the most important thing in this story. It doesn't really matter. But I want to tell you, I imagined like humanoids, like the humanoid robot in Star Wars. And then there are like robots with like one eye, like Cyclops, and I have them a little bit imagined like in the film that's based on Wild Robot. To me, that was a little bit strange of feeling, because it didn't feel like the steampunkish vibe that the robots got in my mind. The world, well, to me, it was just like ruins. And we also both thought that the part we listened to was an introduction to like the world, and the first part having like this whole quite surface level but introduction setting. We are following the main character, and the names are different in French. In French, she's called Fragile, which means fragile, and of course the English name brittle. We will meet her whilst she is tracking down a dying robot, and that we will go through her with her through the whole process of calming this robot that became crazy down, calming him down to get him to shut down so she can take his parts. And of course, she's not telling that she will not put it online again. He shuts down thinking that she will get the parts and then fix him. Unfortunately, it's not happening. We know from the start that she hunts for these pieces, but I didn't expect that would go that way. And after, when she has gotten the pieces, she wants to go back to one of her home places, because she seems to have like rooms or spaces where she lives in different areas or new cities and stuff like that. And she is taken under attack by another robot. These are the ones that they call in French, the braconniers, and they hunt like robots that are perfectly fine for their pieces. And we follow her through this combat, and it will introduce a little bit more into the world and the different things that are going on, the way cities are organized and stuff like that. And we were like, okay, well, this was very nice listening to, but it didn't feel like the heat of the story. So we looked forward to have the almost 4 hours drive back home to listen to the rest. And we discovered we were right. So when we started back up, we came into a moment in the story where something happened that will put off or will put the start to a series of events, or a part of the series of events that will become more focused on maybe a little bit the survival part, the more discovering what is happening right now part. But during this part, the events will also lead us to go deeper into the past and what happened. So there are flashbacks that will help with that. And I feel that it is, we start like with quite neutral, and then we go always deeper until we really find out what happened. And when we came home, again, we felt like, oh, we are again at a turning point, but what is going to happen? How is this story going to evolve? It was unpredictable, and that is one of the elements that I really enjoyed about this book. It's every time you come to a point where you say like, okay, now it needs to change, it does change, but never the way you would expect, or at least not the way I expected, and not the way that my husband expected. So that makes two of us. And the last part I listened to today was like the last 3 hours of it. Again, took us completely in a way that we didn't see coming. And that is even more focused on the now. So I feel that in the, like, more that you go to the second part, you get to learn. And then we came at a point where the stakes got high, and that we needed to conclude like the story like the way it is now, and we learn a lot of things. The ending was unexpected and not unexpected at the same time, because, well, how do I say that without spoiling? It is told in the first person. So you go by the idea that the main character is telling you the story, which means that she made it all the way through the end, even if throughout the story this is something that is questionable. So things happen, do not happen, but the ending was still very surprising. Didn't expect it to be that way. And the ending also more drove into a reflection to the future, more than a reflection to the past. And I feel that the turning of going from like reflecting on what happened to reflecting on what's coming next was done so smoothly and so naturally that it all really fits well together. I didn't expect to enjoy this book so much. I am, like I said previously, I'm not a big fan of robot and AI stories. I don't know why. It's something that never really gripped me. And in this, well, a series and not a series. There is a prequel that was written afterwards, a book 0, that is set on the day that the robots turn to against the humans. And then there's also a novella which is set in between the prequel and the book we have now. So in none of these we have the same characters. And at the start I was like, well, yeah, I will listen to this one and maybe that will be where it ends. But now I'm not so sure of that. If I need another like sci-fi robotish book, I think I will go for the prequel of this one, because I really had a very good time listening to this book. So thank you, Leandra, for pulling me out of my comfort zone to make me listen to something or read something that I wouldn't have picked up without this weekend challenge, and for making me discover a book that I really enjoyed. I hope that you had also a fantastic weekend, that if you participated in TBRathon, that you also got to read something you really enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see if I read the prequel of this book at some point, if you want to see if other books on my TBR are going to surprise me, or if you just want to hang around for a while, you're welcome to subscribe to this channel, just to follow along, to maybe put on notification so that you know when a new video is there. And if you would like that other people can discover a book they might enjoy, that they have maybe never thought of trying, then like this video so that the other people on the internet or on the YouTube can get the motivation to dive out of their comfort zones. Until the next video, have a great time reading. See you soon!